Right? That's the full grammatical. So the question was upon the pronunciation of the full title of Zad al-Masir Fi Ilm it-Tafsir.
Did he give an indication why he chose that, or was it just something that you mentioned earlier that he wanted to give it more concise and more summarised? That's basically what it was.
Question is the reason why he chose the title Zad al-Masir Fi Ilm it-Tafsir. Alhamdulillah, salatu wassalam ala rasulillah. Main reason for that is just because of the fact that it was, just as he said, it was just to make things concise. He didn't say that there's a exact reason. He just gave a very general reason for it.
So, the second question was, I don't know if I missed it or not, did you mention what an'amta? You mentioned alayhim, but I don't know if you mentioned an'amta and what his derivation for the meanings was and who it referred to.
The question is, what was the reference of an'amta alayhim, and who was it referring to? Alhamdulillah, wa salatu wassalamu ala rasulillah. Imam Ibn Al-Jawzi rahimahullah says that the an'amta alayhim, those who you have favored, is referring to the prophets, the high-ranking saints, the martyrs, and the pious ones. And he says that that is the qawl of Ibn Abbas radiyallahu anhuma.
And lastly, just sort of include regarding the fiqh of the Ahnaf with regard to Surah Al-Fatihah. From my understanding, I don't know if you can bear this out, but you have to read the complete Surah Al-Fatihah in each rak'ah. If you shorten it by one ayah, even one ayah, let alone 2 or 3, your salah is batil. You can't even do such that so on that. And secondly, with regard to reciting behind the Imam, the position of the Ahnaf is that the Imam reads it and we listen, even in the quiet salah. And there is a lot of confusion with some of the laity when it comes to the different qira'at. But however, alhamdulillah, there's a lot of Ahnaf, especially from the South Asian, even in Pakistan, especially with the fact that it's a global village now, and we have people from Misr and Sham and even from Palestine who come. So they're beginning to get the idea that there are these qira'at, and alhamdulillah, I've even heard that there's up to 10. So alhamdulillah.
Okay.
Anything further you could add to that?
Alhamdulillah, wa salatu wassalamu ala rasulillah. The question is regarding the Hanafi scholars and the position regarding the Fatihah, it being necessary to recite when the Imam recites it, that he can't delete an ayah or a number of ayat. Alhamdulillah, wa salatu wassalamu ala rasulillah. I don't know, as I said, the popularity of that position. Brother, could you give this to Qari Sabah? I don't know the popularity of that position. Could you give this to Qari Sabah? Qari Sabah, the brother just opened the door. I can't tell you the popularity of that position, but it's one that I heard quoted to me. And it happened, there have been 2 incidents where this had happened. So I can't be sure exactly what book it's from. And as far as the other position regarding the Imam reciting, whether it's in the loud or the quiet salah, that the people are to listen, that's the most knowledge that I probably have on that topic that I could say, yeah, as far as I know. But then again, you have to remember, on the comparative aspect, I don't know enough about the Hanafi fiqh other than what I've been told by the Imams that are here and what's in front of me. And then the qira'at, with regard to the different qira'at that are heard, alhamdulillah, people are becoming more cosmopolitan about the qira'at. There are still some, areas here and there, but you've got to be careful and you just have to use wisdom, because if you don't use wisdom, you get yourself in a situation and you either get hurt or you upset someone, or they'll reject something thinking it's not from Islam, and you'll get the sin, not them, because they don't know any better. That's the most I can say. Is there a final question? Yes?
What's the majority meaning on the word Ameen?
Ameen. The majority meaning on the word Ameen is, I'm just looking back at the Imam's words. Okay. He says that there are three meanings with regards to this. Okay, he didn't mention a majority. He only gave three answers. So he didn't mention a majority, unfortunately. But he gave just the three answers. Okay. So the question was regarding the majority meaning of Ameen, but unfortunately he didn't give a majority. He just gave three answers. Right. Alhamdulillah. So, final question.
Just a quick thing in relation to what I asked about earlier. I was on the understanding that, say for instance, if you're reading two Rukhas like loud and Jama'ah, you can't do Hafs in the first ayat and do Warsh in the second sitting. And you know, it's like, forgive me if I'm wrong, but I prayed behind you, and it's like I believe that your recitation is Warsh as well, is it?
No, for the Fatihah, yeah.
Do you know, it's because like the Surah I've heard you recite it in a different way. Is
Yes.
it because it's like a different chain of transmission, it's like a some branch of Warsh?
Sometimes, sometimes you'll, sometimes you'll hear. Question is regarding if you'll hear differences in someone's qira'ah. For example, the recitation of Maliki, but then you'll hear other parts that may be pronounced as Hafs, right, or sound as Hafs. That's not harmful in and of itself, as long as all the quarters are unified. So you wouldn't take one ayah and say, yes, this ayah, I'm going to read it as Hafs, but I know this one can be read as Warsh. I'm going to do that. You wouldn't join in that way. It's got to be unified, right? Because that's how it was given. They were unified.
So like in the first, like say you do Surah Al-Fatihah, then you do like a surah after that, but like you did that in Hafs, you went down into Sujood and came back up and you did it in Warsh. That's not. That's not
Harmful. No, that's not harmful at all. As long as all the points are unified, it's not harmful.
So like you could technically do like Surah Fatihah in Hafs, and then the surah after that you could do in Warsh.
Yeah, that's what happened here when that brother visited. He did the first in that, and then he did it in Hamza when he did the second rak'ah. So alhamdulillah, yeah, there's no harm in that. There's no harm in that. As long as all the conditions are met, it's fine, inshallah. Yes? Yes, inshallah. So next week we will start with Surah Al-Baqarah, inshallah. And it is our hope to try to see if we can get to ayah 84. I don't know if we will, but inshallah we're going to see if we get to ayah 84, because a lot of the narratives, he's going to give us the narratives at the end of this long set of ayat. He's just going to give us the verses first and some of the grammar, inshallah. So inshallah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us the tawfiq to understand. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك واشهد ان لا اله الا انت استغفرك واتوب اليك انه غفور رحيم حميد رحيم ولا اله الا الله. السلام عليكم.